Hello everyone, Phil here, and I'm from the AquascapeGuide.com. Guess what we got? An ONF Flat Nano Plus. When we originally set up this nano tank, we didn't have a proper light on it. We were just running some random desk light. Yeah, we know, that was kind of ghetto. And recently someone mentioned a new smartphone app called Photon. It turns your smartphone into a par meter. So I decided to test the par out on the little desk lamp. And boy was I not surprised. It's a measly 35 par. Weak. So it was time for us to get a proper nano light. So off we went and got the ONF Nano Plus, because it was compact and adjustable, so we thought. But more on that later. It did come highly recommended by other hobbyists, so we wanted to see what all the hype was about. Well, it's been about 6 months since we've had this light. We wanted to give you a proper review. But first, let's unbox this guy. And here it is! La! On the back, we have some general instructions with some specs in the bottom left-hand corner, like the temperature, watts, but no par. Lame. Okie dokie, let's bust this kit open. I'll slide open the box and tear open the front tab. Shabam! Looks like we got some instructions taped to the top, and here's the light. Wow, it's pretty simple. We got a little bracket here which clamps onto the tank. That's pretty clean looking. Then we have the light. Again, more specs at the bottom of the light itself, so 15 watts, 7000 K, but still no par. And after searching online, we couldn't find anything. So we'll have to test it out with the Photon app. And I gotta admit that 7000 Kelvin really scared me from the get, which we'll talk about later. But it looks like this arm just screws into the base of the light, and this light bracket slides onto the arm. Well, what's in this box? Oh, a power plug. And a ring. What's that for? Oh, a second ring for the light. This ring would control the height of the light. Well, that's clever. It's nice that they include another one, just in case we lose the one that's on the light. Okay, let's get this bad boy installed on the tank. I'll need to move everything out of the way, unplug this old desk lamp, and we'll get these cords out of the way. And if you can see the inside of the light's bracket, there are two little screws. These are what will clamp onto the tank, holding the light in place. So I'll pop it into place and screw it down. Hey dude, look at this guy, blocking my shot. Sheesh. Okay, now we just need to pop the light into the light's bracket, and Bob's your uncle. It's that simple. Then I'll plug in the power block and connect it to the light. And we have light. Yay! Let's jump over to the app now and see if we can get it connected. All I had to do was go to my app store and download the ONF Link app. Once installed and opened, it automatically started searching for the new Flat Nano Plus, and it found the light automatically. So I clicked on it, and now we have full control over the light. Pretty cool, huh? There were two modes as you can see at the bottom. One was to turn the light on and off by adjusting its brightness, and the other option was for setting up a schedule in which we have control over times and brightness. So what I did was set it up for 8 hours at 70% brightness, just until the tank got used to the extra light. Then I clicked the little edit button and gave the light a name, and off we went. I will say that this light was a ton brighter than the desk lamp we had, so you know I had to test the par. And even though the new nano light was only at 70%, we were achieving 93 to 94 par at 8.5 inches. And at full blast, the light gives us 120 par at that distance, which is perfect for this nano tank. So after using it around 6 months, what do we think about the light? Overall, I think it's a great little light for our nano tank. We are a huge fan of the sleek black design and love how thin and discreet the actual light and stand are. As compared to something like this Fluval Nano, look at this spaceship. Pew 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 pew. Sheesh, no thank you. We also love how easy this was to set up. You bolt the light brackets on the tank, slide the light in, plug it in. Bam, you're good to go. I also love that the app makes it really easy to program this little light. Also saves you from having to buy a timer. So that's a plus. It's all very plug and play, which we love. And lastly, it has great par outputs. At around 8.5 inches, we're able to get 120 par at 100% brightness, which is great. And if you're not CO2 injecting, you have the control to dial the par back to around 80 or so, just to ensure you're not blasting the tank with too much light. Okay, so what don't we like about this light? Well, for our purposes of growing lush planted tanks, the only thing we wish was different was either 1, a warmer Kelvin, or 2, the ability to adjust the spectrum. As stated before, the one thing I was worried about was the light having a Kelvin of 7000. This has a really blue effect on the light, which is not great for plant growth. From what we've learned from 2 different studies, one study from the University of Michigan's Agricultural Department and another from Utah State University. If a light spectrum has more than 10 to 15% blue in it, we see a reduction in plant mass. We'll put a link to the article we wrote about these studies. But basically, less plant mass means less surface area for photosynthesis. What plants really want is a lot of warm light. Warm light increases plant mass, which ultimately creates more surface area, which results in more area for photosynthesis. I mean, shoot, look at the light spectrum chart. We see a ton of blue right here. Not something we necessarily want in a planted tank light. So if we had to pick something, we wish we could either adjust the light spectrum, and if the light spectrum had to be locked down, we wish the spectrum was a little bit warmer, let's say around 4000 to 4500 Kelvin. But hey, shoot, aside from the spectrum, we would totally recommend this light. It has a sleek design, it's easy to set up, we have tons of control, and it has a great PAR output, as we were getting 120 PAR at 8.5 inches. So if you're looking at a light for your Nano tank, totally check out the ONF Flat Nano Plus. Well, that is it for now. I've got to go hang my new Chihiros WRGB2 Pro light. Oh shoot, I need to do a review on that light as well. Okay, well I've got my work cut out for me, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, scapers!